Planetary retrograde motion. Definition. The astrological chart is a geocentric, Earth-centered construct. Retrogradation refers to the apparent, not actual, backward motion of a planet when viewed from Earth. Transiting Venus in Gemini, Jupiter in Capricorn, and Saturn in Aquarius will all turn retrograde in May. Venus turns retrograde on May 13th at 21 degrees Gemini. Jupiter turns retrograde on May 14th at 27 degrees of Capricorn, and Saturn turns retrograde on May 11th at 1 degree of Aquarius. Retrograde Venus in Gemini, May 13th through June 25th, 2020. For Cancer and Cancer rising, the action takes place in the 12th house. Definition: transiting retrograde Venus. A time to review and reassess your finances, personal values, relationships, and your ability to relate, give, and receive love. Old relationships from the past may resurface for the purpose of resolving any unfinished business between you. Retrograde Venus transiting the 12th house. With Venus retrograde in this watery Neptunian house, you may reflect and remember the old loves of your past and re-experience some of the emotions you felt at the time. As you assess all you've experienced on the emotional plane, you may question the value and purpose of these experiences. What was it all for? This period of soul searching may have been activated by reconnecting with someone from your past. Retrograde Saturn in Aquarius, May 11th through September 29th, 2020. For Cancer and Cancer rising, the action takes place in the 8th house. Definition: transiting retrograde Saturn. Saturn retrograde is asking us to review how we have constructed the framework upon which our lives are built. Once an analysis is done, you may begin to view different life areas in a whole new light and realize there are other options, other ways to live your life. Retrograde Saturn transiting the 8th house. In this house of joint finances and partnership assets, insurance, taxes, inheritances, unearned income, and other people's money, you will assess and reorganize these life areas to render them more efficient. Cutting down on expenses and paying off debts will be a priority, as well as cutting back on previous commitments that have proven to be too time-consuming and draining. Retrograde Jupiter in Capricorn, May 14th through September 12th, 2020. For Cancer and Cancer rising, the action takes place in the 7th house. Definition: transiting retrograde Jupiter. The introspective tendency of a planet in retrograde continues under Jupiter retrograde. Expect a review of your belief system, both spiritual and philosophical, as well as more of an effort to connect with the divine source within. Retrograde Jupiter transiting the 7th house. Marriage and all partnerships, both business and personal, will be up for review at this time, and you will seek to establish greater balance and give and take between yourself and all your significant others. In your marriage, the positive energy of Jupiter may lead to a frank discussion about what is significant between you and what you hope for in your future together as a couple. A new long-term plan may result.